it's just because okay, I know people who have been applying for permanent residency. Before Brexit took 2 months. I know people now waiting for 4 months, but they can get their passport sent back. But I didn't know that I could actually...
Yeah. Okay. At the moment, the waiting times are 4 to 5 months. You can get your passport back. Sometimes it takes 4 weeks for them to return your passport. I don't know if Danish nationals have ID card and the passport. Just the passport. That's the problem. You actually need to surrender it then. But obviously, if you come back from your Christmas holidays and you think that you are here for January, February, just apply with your passport and then request it back straight away with the covering letter when you actually make an application. Say in the form, please return my passport as soon as possible. So I understand that this is the most interesting category because at least you have a residence card which says permanent residence card, which may make you happy. But don't forget that it's still issued under the European regulations, which will go away once UK has withdrawn. So we hope that this will provide you with protection, but the actual permanent visa to stay is called indefinite leave to remain, and it costs £1,875 at the moment. At the moment, my advice to clients, but Julia may disagree with me, is to apply for permanent residence card rather than for indefinite leave to remain. And bear in mind, the rules for indefinite leave to remain are different. It's only if you've been here for 10 years, again lawfully, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain, and it costs a lot of money, and you need to show English language certificate and Life in the UK test, which are not required for permanent residence under EU regulation.
My understanding is that this pension exchange rule is a European
Yes,
rule.
yes.
So that also goes away.
It will.
We don't know what will replace
No.
it either.
No, unfortunately no, but at least the permanent residence card will ensure that you will then qualify for UK pension without any European aspect of it. Of course, subject to the pension age in accordance with the UK law, not Danish law. So again, at the moment, it doesn't take any difference, doesn't make any difference, but in the future, this document may help you to establish your status to UK authorities. And I think there was an article in Financial Times which says that the refusal rate for EEA nationals for permanent residence is actually higher than for non-EEA nationals, simply because non-EEA nationals prepare better and use a lawyer and all these things. This is because you need to make sure that you prove to the Home Office with papers that you've been continuously exercising treaty rights in the UK, not just living here. And the key word here is continuous. If you read the regulations, it clearly says you must have been living here continuously for 5 years and exercising treaty rights in one of the categories, yes. The Home Office is unfortunately a very, very bureaucratic organization, and they can ignore your pay slips, they can ignore your bank statements, they can pretend they lost them, they can pretend that you didn't submit enough. So we've seen all sorts of scenarios. I can spend the whole night here telling you what I'm getting every day. But I think if you are making an application, make sure that you are satisfied that there is sufficient evidence that you worked or you were self-employed for the full 5-year period. If any of you have got gaps of more than 6 months, you can't qualify. You actually need to start again. Okay, the ultimate protection is British citizenship. This is up to you if you want to apply. It costs a lot of money. You need to pass the English test and you need to pass Life in the UK test. The difference between British citizenship and permanent residence is that you must have been here for 6 years, not 5. Also, you must have spent no more than 450 days outside the UK, not EU. Pay attention, because I know that you sort of have it in your mind that you're an EU citizen, but it's actually the UK we're talking about. And yes, you do need to count and go back to your boarding passes and research and your stamps and your passport, and you need to prove to the Home Office that you haven't been away for more than 450 days in the last 5 years, and more specifically in the last 12 months you shouldn't be away for more than 90 days outside the UK. And the last requirement, which was introduced, I think, in November 2015, you must have obtained permanent residence before you apply for British citizenship, which wasn't a requirement before. So if you're thinking about applying for British passport, apply for permanent residence first, get it, and only then make an application for British citizenship. Okay, so we've seen some changes. First of all, the Home Office removed rights of appeal for extended family members. If you had your non-EEA family here, some of them may have lost right of appeal against a refusal to reside here with you. These are durable partners, for example. If you live with somebody from, I don't know, Colombia or some non-EU country, and suddenly the Home Office decides to refuse them for whatever reason, there is no right of appeal anymore.